Well, hi, here we are with Samantha, and we're going to do a channeling session. We're both excited, it looks like. So welcome if this is your first time on here. If you're on YouTube, make sure you press subscribe at the bottom. And that's about it. I'm going to take these off, and then we're going to see what happens. Okay. Sometimes with great energy comes more great energy. What we mean is that when you are willing to have a full life, more energy comes to you. The more you ask, the more you get. The more you ask, the more you get. And it's a continuous, unending supply of love energy. It's not as if you must take a spoonful or a handful. You just open to it and here it comes. Now, in order for a human to say, come on, give me all you've got, there must be a certain amount of worthiness and hope and faith and letting go, ability to let go of your human life. It's not as if you can just say it, oh, give me all you've got. It must be heartfelt and true, and you must be willing to take it, even though you don't know what it's going to be like, but you know it will be overwhelming and fill you up and take you to magical places. So the reason, of course, you already know why we're talking about this, is you're being swept away in a storm of energy. And you don't know if it's a good idea or a bad idea, but you're being swept away in the current, the excitement of it, the energy of it. And yet you don't get off, you don't get out of the way, you don't build a wall and stop the energy. You're still allowing it to come forth through you. So you're going for a ride of energy, just to see what the experience is like. So there's a part of you, when you know, and you know this, that has healed enough to think, I deserve everything. I deserve all of it. And I wish to have the fun and excitement of it. I want to see the magic. I want to see the wonder. I want it all. You're like a little child who first time in the candy store. I'll take everything you have, all of it. I want all of it. Now, do you understand this sort of feeling for the want of something overwhelming?
I do, yeah.
So this is what is coming very much forth from you. So you are asking for it all, you're getting it all, and now you think, is there something wrong with that? Other people are looking at me funny. Oh, now you're starting to question this rush, we would say, of energy. So firstly, we wish to point out that oftentimes when you're swept away in emotional energy, you're by yourself, because the rest of the people will watch to see if you survive the trip or not. So there will always be those who watch. There will always be those who are rushed away happily. There'll always be some who are far away and don't even know there's a rush of energy or water or whatever way you want to put it. So there are many different types of humans. But of course, we are focusing on you because it is you that has shown up here. And it's you that is wondering, are they more like me? And there are others wondering if they are more like you. So when you show up, they understand, these strangers who love to be washed away in energy, now understand that they are not alone. For there's a certain amount of sadness when you think you're alone on a journey, and you would call it a spiritual journey that you're on. And it is sort of sad for you to think, oh, well, I'm happy to be on a spiritual journey and I love the energy, but it's too bad I have to go alone because I miss my brothers and sisters. So you have a certain longing within you for others, whether or not you understand who you're longing for, but you are longing for your brothers and sisters who are like you, who love to jump in the water and go sliding down the hill. You're looking for those who are like you. Because then when there's more of you that are the same, it's even more exciting. It's more wondrous. You hold hands and slide all around and giggle very loud and laugh and all of this. So there's a part of you longing for the others. And by you showing up in your physical form at this energetic exchange, they now know that you are them and they are you. So you also show up here as a representative of others, as a group of those who are seeking more fun, more enjoyment, more life, more richness of life. You wish to feel alive. And there's a part of you that knows, I can be more alive than I am now, but I don't know how. I don't know where to find it. So you show up and you say, well, life, what is there? What is there for me today? And strange things will come about. You say, I guess so. All right, I'll try. That seems weird, but give it to me. I'll try that. And this other weird thing, all right. After all, you did ask for it. You did ask to have a life that is more full. So strange, unexpected events will happen. Unimagined humans and events will come across your path. All of these things occur for humans who ask for it. When you ask for more life, you get it. Now, what do you think of all of this?
Yeah, that resonates and rings true. Sounds fun.
And what do you wish to speak of?
Well, there's a couple things. I know what you had just talked about, and it's interesting because I had just looked at a card earlier and it has a little heart card and it says, I am worthy. So it's about that worthiness, about, having a full life and having fun and experiencing energy and experiencing magic. There's always that fear that something's going to happen or that I am not deserving or it's not all about me. And I'm wondering if you can, I don't know, ease that fear, or is there?
We can explain it for you for sure.
Oh, okay.
So that is your childlike, joyous self. Is your self that is one with the consciousness of life. That's a big statement, but it's the truth of it. So there's a certain high consciousness that runs through all humans, and it's available to all of you, but many don't wish to go there for that. They want to be small and down low. Because you see, when you're up here, you've got your head exposed and someone could cut it off. And there's a part of you that always wishes to exist. That is your ego and brain. It wishes to keep you alive, out of harm's way. And being out of harm's way means being quiet and small and hidden. That's how you stay safe. Traditionally, in your older times, you stayed safe by hiding. So your ego is always trying to keep you alive. Now, your brain, of course, they work together as a team. Well, let's keep her alive. We better keep her small. Now she's out doing this thing. Oh, that's very dangerous. I know it is. How do we get her down? We will scare her. We will shame her. That will bring her down. That will make her small. They always have worked before. It will work again. So it's an old pattern. They'll say, oh, you don't deserve that. And there you are, small, and they will breathe and they will relax because once more you're small. So really, it is often a push and pull for the brain and ego against the high-flying, spiritually evolved self. Now, in this push and pull, it can go on forever if you like, but it can also be resolved quite simply by having a conversation with it, by acknowledging it, by saying, hello, I am feeling anxious now and undeserving of great things. Do you know anything about that? Well, yes, we do. We planted the seed. I thought it was you. Let's discuss this. So I know things that you don't know. I have access to things you don't know about because you're very young and I'm very, very old. Well, you look old. Well, thanks a lot. You can make a joke, make it easy, comfortable for everyone, and just have a conversation. The brain and ego have a conversation with your evolved consciousness, we would call it, and have a conversation to assure them that no matter what, you want to live this life fully and mean it, because they can sense it if you don't mean it, and they'll sabotage you the next time you turn around. When you truly mean it and say it to them in this way, they will automatically back down because they'll understand you mean it. She's not kidding this time. She said it before and didn't mean it. This time she does. There's something changed. She knows something we don't know, which is absolutely true, but they don't know about it till you tell them. Till you say, I know I have access to things you don't know about. But that's all right. You don't have to have access to it. You only have to keep me alive. You have to keep tell me to step on the brake if a train is coming at me. Thank you for all of that. If I'm going to step into a hole, say, oh, don't go there. That's all right. Do all those things. You do them very well. But as for these other things, these other precious things about living a full life, feeling lively and energized, you'll have to trust me that I have access to information you're not privy to. You'll have to trust me. And when you speak as if you are human to be trusted, they will understand this. So it's quite easy to have this conversation. But first, just as you have said, you must notice it. Oh, I'm having a wonderful life. And there's a little part of me that says, oh, you don't deserve that. So first you notice it. Then you say, hey, who's talking? Then you have the conversation. Are you able to do this, do you think? Have a conversation with your brain and ego?
I am, yeah. Because I think when I think on that is I'm actually changing that pattern a bit in terms of when I acknowledge that I had it was a full day, it was fun, exciting, that at the end of the day, I thank the day or the people that I came across and I'm grateful. So that's different from going inside saying, oh no, I don't deserve that. So I am seeing a bit of a shift. And so, yeah, that conversation with the ego and the brain, I'm gonna have that conversation and then see what that looks
Because,
like. Mhm.
because when patterns change, things get anxious. Brain and ego, very much so. They rely on predictable patterns. That's why when you're conditioned as a small one, you continue day after day after day after day after day after day after day with the same voices and same rules. They prefer consistency. When you flip things upside down, they need some assurance that they will survive.
Okay.
Just that's a really, when you think about it in those terms, it's a very normal way. If something's going to change and you tell the others about it, they are more relaxed. And if you speak in a tone that is very in charge and in command of the situation, they will trust it and they'll let go. And you're no different. And your brain and ego must always be considered in these times, because if you don't have a conversation with them, they'll trip you up when you least expect it. So you're going on having fun all day and hi, I love you. Hey, great, great, great. Then you tried to go to sleep at night. Surprise, guess who's there? You see,
Okay.
they'll sneak in because they're not being heard any longer.
Right.
But it doesn't mean, but previously it was be heard and do what we say, but it can be heard and change the rules of the game. Certainly, you don't have to be the same all your life, but if you don't acknowledge the brain and ego, they will trip you up in your happy voyage.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Just trying to think too. There's one of the other things is what I've been doing is experiencing energy. So I've been doing energy healing with others.
It's
And
fun, isn't it?
oh, it's great fun. And every day is a new experience. And what I do find though is my analytical brain gets in the way. So I've been working to just let go and let things flow. And I'm curious because sometimes when I'm doing energy healing on another or with another, I tend to have physical sensations in my body. So I'm finding that my back has been sore lately, or my hips have been sore, and I think, and then I go right away to thinking that, oh my goodness, it's a physical job, moving around and what have you. But then also I'm wondering, hey, am I picking up energy from someone? And so I'm just wanting to find a way of understanding that, or working with what I've been experiencing.
Hmm. So sometimes you are taking on the energy of others. So if they have a physical pain, many human beings hold their anger, sadness, and anxiety in certain places in the body. So if you are able to, not if you are able, sometimes you duplicate what they are trying to tell you about, but they're not able to use their words. So their body is communicating with your body. Speak the same language. So sometimes this precise thing is, can you help the sadness that I have within my body from the passing of my spouse? Like, you specifically, you're not sure what it is. Now, there's two parts to the story. One is the physical body might be talking to your physical body. Now, there's another part of you that's channeling, which means you're allowing information from the universal intelligence to pass through you to them. When this happens, you're receiving information that doesn't sound like anything you would say or anything you would think. It's probably out of the ordinary. Like, did you see the fresh strawberries? When you're not thinking about strawberries, it's not the season or anything. When you hear these random thoughts outside of your head that pass into your head, start to notice. That's weird. I wonder what that is. Just be curious about that. For sometimes that's a message for the human. So their body's talking to your body. In the meantime, you're being a channel. You're opening to universal intelligence. It's telling you something sometimes, and perhaps that could be from the spouse. She loves strawberries this time of year. And sometimes as much as humans long to speak to their loved ones who have passed, there's too much, they're not capable of it. There's too much emotion involved. They're too sad. They're too trying too hard. But with a stranger, sometimes those who have passed can use you as the medium, the center person, the middleman. So sometimes when you hear something out of the ordinary, it's not for you. It's for you to pass the message to the one that you are working with to. You're not really healing them. You're working with their energy. So sometimes the message is for them. So their back is sore, your back is sore. You hear a voice that says, I love the strawberries this time of year. That's for you to tell them. Their back is better, your back is better. All of it. Now that's a perfect scenario right there. That is you being a perfect middle person. They're telling you something, you're putting it out, a response is received. And then you're the middle person to give the response to them because they can't hear it themselves. All right, so that's the big picture here. Now, as far as these symptoms, sometimes you are not doing the whole process, which is put it out. Oh, my back is sore, the back is sore. Oh, anything? Anything? Oh, nothing? Okay, come back. Now, as you keep doing this, eventually you're going to start hearing weird things. But so you are the middle person. Now, because they're sad that the spouse has passed and they have a sore back and they're holding it in there, doesn't mean you're sad about their spouse passing. You don't even know them. You don't know their spouse, and you do not hold your sadness in the same way they do. So your body doesn't know what to do with this. Oh, it's sadness. Oh, spouse. I don't know spouse. Oh, all right. We'll just duplicate their pain, even though your body it's not the way you do it. So all of a sudden your body's now confused. What do we do with this? It's not real, but she thinks it's real. All right, I guess we're going to hold on to it. All right, so what do you do with that? Now there's another, we're heaping this, getting this more and more complicated all the time. So now what do? Now you say, oh, that's weird. My back was fine before. Now it's not. The only thing that's different now is this human being. Now, if human beings actually have energetic exchanges and can hold their emotions in their body, and I'm holding their body, then I must be a mirror to what's going on with them. So now we would suggest, do what you want. It would be important to have a conversation with them. So your back is sore? How do you feel about that? See if they cry or they get angry or sad, or something is going to happen when you draw attention to something that you shouldn't know, but now you do, because now you're a middle person. Oh, your lower back is sore. How do you feel about that? And just leave it. Now, when their back is relieved, your back's relieved. Weird. All right? But so you are the middle person by design. You've asked for it. You can be a middle person in many different ways. Now, if you can't do either of these things or this situation, you yourself will have to go and get yourself into alignment. You can stand in perfect alignment and allow the universe to stretch you up as tall as you can be, and everything will fall from there. When the universe stretches you up, everything loosens. Now that's your last. That's probably the easiest thing and the least magical part. But in the end, if you must do that, you certainly can. Not that there's anything wrong with getting into alignment, but there's a certain amount of stretching done when the heavens and the earth pull you in different directions. You are then stretched out to your highest, fullest potential. And then nothing can be sore or broken, because it's all stretched out to where it belongs. Now, there are times when you do certain activities where you put your body parts in places they don't belong. And of course, they're going to say, we don't like that. Stop doing that. That's another situation. So you yourself will have to sit with each of these scenarios and see which one is true at this moment, for they will all apply at different times.
Okay.
What do you think of all of that?
Yeah, I think that's good. There's one question that comes up as well, is one of the experiences that I've been finding is behind the heart area. I'm finding that there's a lot of heartache, there's a lot of heartbreak, there's a lot of loneliness, and given, the environment, just a lot of loneliness. And I take that on because I just feel like it's almost like I not absorb energy, but just I can feel it, and I feel so like I want to fix it all.
Yes, that is your humanness again. Now, humans are very nice and they're very horrible. Both. Humans can use that same intention, that feeling of taking from another can be used in a very disastrous way as well. You can take another, the essence of another, the energy of another, the feelings of another. So if you consider taking something from someone else as being harmful, a last resort, a very old pattern of mankind where only one survives, you will not be so likely to take away the energy of others. When you see it in the realm of longevity, of eternity, of years and years of humanity. So when you take something from someone else, that is crossing, what do you call this? Crossing their personal boundary. You're going into their energetic space where you sometimes are not invited and pulling something out. Now we're going to have another larger debate about what I can't take other people's energy if they don't allow me to. Absolutely correct. There are certain people who walk around asking you to take from them. But should you? There are certain people who want you to take their pain away. Should you? Because they think it heals them. It does not. It creates more of a victimhood for them. And if they are not able to heal themselves, they continue on emotional reaction, one after the other, and one event after another, looking for others to heal them, as if they can't heal themselves. They've forgotten they can heal themselves. So each time you take something from them, you confirm to them that they are not able to heal themselves, which you definitely do not want to do. That's not in your way of seeing humans. They are also confirmed because they've allowed you in. Go ahead and take it. Then I will be better. Oh, I'm not better. I'm still the same. As a matter of fact, I might be worse. So when you see this conversation in this light, you will be more resistant to taking the emotions of others away. But what you can do is surround them, push it back to them. You can do this. You can do this. You can heal yourself. You can do this. That's what humans need. Human needs they need support from one another that they can do it. Now, this is particularly tricky because they're coming to you and giving you monetary exchange to heal them. They're saying, I'm going to give you money. You reach into my soul, you take out my sadness, and I'll be better. So there's a contract going on here. So it's important for you to say at some point, at least to yourself, I will not take away your pain. You will not pay me to take away your pain. You will pay me to encourage you to take away your own pain, to hold it yourself, because you are stronger than you know. And as a matter of fact, I will show you how strong I am because I will not take your pain either. I will show you how to contain my energy, and you can mirror me and contain your own energy. This is a true leader. This is truly what you wish, that what in your heart of hearts you wish to do. When you say you wish to support others to heal, that's what you mean. You mean, I wish them to know they can heal themselves and they have access to all the support and answers they need. That's what they need from you. They certainly don't need you to scoop it out and take it and throw it away. Do you understand this?
I do. Yeah, thank you for explaining it that way. It's interesting because after an exchange like this, just hearing the words, it's an understanding, but it's you can feel like I can just absorb that and take that away, because that makes so much sense. Just in terms of, it almost comes down to setting boundaries and having that understanding, because you're right, I'm not taking away someone's pain. That's their job. I'm there to support. Because I think one of my questions was as well as, why do we need others to support one another? Like, for example, I come to you for an exchange because it's almost like I need to be uplifted. I need to hear these words in order to heal and support myself too.
Yes. And yet, are they new to you? Not
No.
at all. They are reminders. This is a mirror of you. You are a mirror of others. When you are filled up and others look at you and they become filled up, you are a mirror to others, just as this energy mirrors what you already know, but sometimes forget. That's why it resonates with you as true. If you do not know this information at all, or you're far removed from it, you don't understand it. It's not even of your same language. It will be all blurry. It will not come across at all unless it's something already within you. So this is what is occurring here. This is an energetic exchange, but you are speaking of something slightly different. For you yourself are not exactly the universe of love. You are in human form. The energy coming through here does not have a physical form to contend with. There's no emotions evolved. There's no ego or brain. And that's why it sounds easier and easier for these conversations. They are only speaking truth. There's no filters. There's nothing to go through. When you are doing it from you to another human, you're showing up as two human beings. There's egos, brains attached to that. So that's why the energetic exchange there is slightly different. But as you stand as a mirror of love to remind them of what they're capable of, something will be triggered in them. If they wish it to be, something will be moved, and they will wonder, what? I am like this human? And they'll be changed. By the mere thought of it, humans change, just as you have mentioned here. Just by hearing the words, the healing occurs and change happens. So with human to human, it's a mirror. In this exchange, it is energy. And you're hearing your eternal voice, your human consciousness, your oneness with all. That's what you're hearing here. You are not exactly capable of that yourself, but you are capable of showing others how it is to hold your heart and soul and know that you are enough. This you can show to others, and they will notice it. They will be changed because of it. How was that?
Wow, that's a lot. That was good. Thank you so much.
Is that good for you?
It is. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Let us do namaste.
Namaste.
Oh, that was amazing.
That was great. Thanks, Wanda.
Let me see.